All right.
No more coffee?
No more coffee.
Dialed in.
Welcome to the podcast that has absolutely no name.
Not yet. I'm still coming up with that one.
Yeah. I guess we're just gonna go through a bunch of new fight stuff. You guys wanted to go over the Leon and Colby card first, or what do you want to talk about?
Let's do it. It's gonna be a crazy card.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the last pay-per-view of 2023, so
Yeah.
pretty crazy card.
I'm pissed that Jan, he got injured, no?
Uh,
Or not Jan, Yuri.
Yuri.
No, I'm wrong.
Yuri,
So did Yuri get injured?
I thought
No,
Jan
he just
Blachowicz-
Yuri just fought.
Jan Blachowicz got it.
Yeah, but he's supposed to fight for UFC 297. He's supposed to fight the Racket.
Oh
Yeah.
fuck, that's the wrong.
But
card.
apparently now that fight's canceled, Yuri called out Rakic.
I thought Rakic called out Yuri from what I saw.
That's
That's what I saw on Twitter.
What happened?
Well, I don't know. I don't even check how it happened, but yeah, I saw Jan just made some tweets saying that he's out of the fight. They're trying to potentially do that other fight, but I don't know if it's like 6 weeks out. If
Yeah.
Yuri would ever even take that fight.
They could move it to a later card. Maybe that'd be a crazy fight.
100%. But yeah, but for 296 main event, Colby versus Leon, that's an interesting fight. What do you guys think?
That's gonna be a crazy fight. Man. I think that, like, with the amount of high-level fights that both guys have, especially with Colby, you know how many times he fought for the title? 4 of his last fights were title fights. Edwards' last 2 fights, title fights.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a different style than fighting Usman, though.
Yeah, 100%. Colby's been like, how inactive has he been, right? Like, when's the last time he fought? I feel like it's been a long time, right? It's been since that like Masvidal thing where he got hit, right? And like,
He always takes long periods of time.
Okay, yeah.
off, but yeah.
But it never seems to really affect him. He kind of always comes in, always fights 5 rounds.
Yeah.
No problem.
yeah, I guess.
I think
it's,
Leon's gonna win, to be honest, but it'll be a fucking crazy fight.
Yeah, Colby's the underdog.
Yeah,
Which
yeah,
makes
it makes
sense,
sense. Yeah, well, look what he did to Usman, right? But Colby's definitely got a different style of wrestling. He's gonna like shoot and then feint the shot, come over the top, shoot again, and he's
Yeah.
pretty consistent with it. So
He's not gonna get tired at all. But, like his style's crazy.
yeah, but yeah, that's a whole stack card there. What else you got? We got Shavkat versus Thompson.
Is that on there?
That's
Yeah,
on there.
that's
Yeah,
unreal.
yeah, that's a crazy fight. What do you guys think about that?
Stephen Thompson's a little old now. I think he'll probably lose, to be honest. But I don't know. It's a crazy matchup.
He's 2 high-level strikers. But I bet you, the thing is I saw a podcast with, a YouTube video of Stephen Thompson talking. It sounded like he doesn't think that Shavkat's going to want to stand with him, right?
Really?
So, and it makes sense. You know, you're fighting Stephen Thompson, you definitely got to think about taking him to the ground, which Rakhmonov would definitely have probably a crazy advantage.
Is he? I've never seen him wrestle.
He's good, man.
He's
yeah,
good,
yeah,
yeah.
he's good everywhere. He's been fighting high level competition since he like literally started his pro career, not even the UFC.
Yeah.
He fought a lot of good guys on the regional scene and stuff, like right away. So yeah, he's like legit. He's undefeated, I believe so, right? Completely undefeated.
Nobody solved the puzzle yet.
Yeah, crazy, man.
A lot of those Russians, like the competition you're fighting over there is way higher.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's definitely. I would give that fight for Shavkat too, but
Yeah.
you know, Thompson's been pulling some good fights out of that hat.
Yeah, who did Thompson fight last?
Was it Gilbert? Or did he fight after that?
He did fight, yeah, I think he fought after that. He's won like 2 straight.
Yeah, well, he beat Holland, and then there's one more fight.
Oh, yeah,
In
Holland.
between- after Holland, he beat Holland, but
Yeah.
there's one more fight
Yeah.
after that. He beat somebody who was actually like good too. So I just can't remember who that was. Gary versus Luque though. That's an interesting fight as well.
Oh yeah, especially all shit going on, Gary. I wonder if that's gonna play into it.
It has to. He just made a tweet saying that he's like nervous for his like whole family's sake. Do you guys see that?
Yeah, that's wild.
Which is I don't know if he's just kind of being a diva or whatever, but I mean like fuck, dude, like everybody's talking, like every interview I'm seeing right now, fighters, they're all talking about it. So it's like he's definitely on the radar, and like I know there's a press conference that's gonna be there. So like, man, it's gonna be a tough one with Colby in the room as well.
It's gonna be
Oh man,
so funny.
That's gonna be mayhem, but I can't always.
man.
I'm actually that's one of the few press conferences that I actually want.
Yeah.
100%.
It's funny because fans and fighters turn on him. Like usually fans do, but like all the fighters have as well.
But it's crazy because like wasn't he popular like a few fights ago? Like I saw that UFC Boston. You see how he was in that bar, like
Yeah.
hitting pads and everybody. I was like, yo, this guy's like looking big, and then like now I check his comments like literally yesterday, and I was like, oh my god, everybody's roasting.
Are
this
they
guy.
on? I heard he turned them off.
They're on.
Oh,
they're
they're
on.
on.
Or at least like anything to do with him. You know, like they're.
Yeah.
And that's crazy, man. That's a tough one, but like again, like.
The whole story with like his wife and stuff is wild.
I mean, when you start threatening to sue people for calling you a pussy, like, I mean,
Yeah.
I think that you're gonna lose a lot of fans in the sport.
100%. Yeah, well, the common theme is like, yo, you dish it out, right? You dish it out, you do all this shit, and then you can't handle it back. Which, like, again, man, if you want to play that character, I don't know if it's a character, if it's actually him, but like, if you want to play that character, you better be able to do both roles. Right?
You think he's actually like that? Like that? I think he's really like this. Like
Really
he's not
got
playing
kicked out of Leon Edwards' gym, not because of the same weight class, but because he was being a diva. He'd show up late. Apparently, he just would do his own thing, and you know, it's tough on a team. Like, as much as we get in the Cajun fight, it's like a team sport. If you're gonna be a diva all by yourself, it's like,
Yeah,
good luck finding
Did
a
he
team
get
that
kicked
wants
out
to be.
of Killcliff or no?
He's been kicked out of like 3 gyms.
I'm not
now.
sure if it's like if he has been, but I heard talks that like they apparently wanted to kick him
Yeah.
off. But again, I think it's just maybe just like the environment he's kind of bred in, right? He's young. He has this girl that's also his apparently manager, right? Who's doing all this stuff. So who knows what's in his head? You know, who knows, like he's young, right? So these last few years, like who knows like what the hell has been like programmed into his brain. And like acting the way he's acted, but like it's definitely, I don't know, I don't feel like it's personally, I don't think it doesn't feel that real to me. It doesn't feel that genuine. Like it kind of feels a little forced and fake, but who knows, right? Maybe, and that's maybe why fans don't get behind him, because they can feel it too.
Yeah. There's a documentary on him on YouTube, like his last Cage Warriors fight,
Oh yeah.
and I guess it was right when his wife now started managing him, and his gym kicked him out like right before his title fight.
Oh, I did hear that.
And, yeah, it's
What gym was he training at?
Team KF in Ireland. I don't think it's like affiliated with Kavanaugh or McGregor or anything.
No.
But then they put out a statement after saying like basically like nicely blaming his wife that they're like kind of divas or whatever. But I don't know. Yeah.
That's not a good look. It's not a good look, regardless. You're getting kicked out of multiple gyms. It's like, it's not a good
that's
look.
crazy, man. Like, or what's it, like? You have to be coachable, right? Like, you have to be coachable. You got to find that team around you, and if you're like bouncing around from gym to gym, like that must be tough, man.
Yeah.
No, like you're kind of like your own head coach at that point, then.
But he's
right?
with Shootbox now.
Is he?
Yeah.
Seems like he's just kind of jumping around, though. Because, you know, we saw him at Killcliff pretty recently as well. Same thing.
Yeah.
It's like he's just... I think he's going wherever they'll let him.
Yeah.
And at that point, it's going to become like that, right?
Yeah, until like you have one of those names where nobody wants you, right?
Yeah.
But why would you put time into a guy like that, right? Like your coach.
100%.
Just for him to get up and leave to another gym.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. That's
That's a problem.
Crazy, man. And honestly, like probably one of the most intriguing fights on that card is Paddy Pimblett versus Tony Ferguson.
yeah.
Like, that's gonna be a crazy fight, man. Just because it seems like a lose-lose for Pimblett, man. It's like you literally go out there and you beat him, and it's like, yeah, you're supposed to beat him, and then if you lose to him, that's like looks rough. It's almost like they're giving. It's almost like I don't know if the UFC just wants Ferguson to just like make a little comeback, man. Who knows? But like that is a lose-lose for Pimblett. Like when you really think about it, man. Like
it's a big name though that you can beat.
Yeah.
that you're supposed to beat though. It's not even that you can't beat. It's like literally you're supposed to.
Ferguson still beat some of the best guys.
I get it, but he's
in
on
the top
a 5-fight losing
I
streak.
think 7.
100%.
No,
I-
5.
yeah.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
5?
5-fight losing
Just
streak though,
7.
man.
Yeah.
5-fight.
I think he's gonna win. Like I don't think
Ferguson. I actually think Ferguson
Yeah, I
could
think
win
Ferguson
too.
wins.
Yeah, that's the craziest part.
Except for maybe he's overtraining with Goggins. That's
Yeah,
There's no overtraining when you're Tony Ferguson.
Yeah, who knows about that,
Yeah.
man? Who knows? But maybe working with a guy like David Goggins, man, just like lights a different fire in his brain. Like apparently he's the only person who's ever completed Hell Week with David Goggins, right? So just that itself, it's like holy shit, I did that, right? Like I saw the video of him running on the treadmill and puking and then going back into it. So I don't know, maybe this
I didn't see that.
You didn't see that?
No.
No, he's literally running on the treadmill, puking, and then like getting back on, like in a bag, puking in a bag. So the fact that yeah, man, like maybe this is one of those fights where he just gets his mentality back in check, becomes a savage, and it's a rough night for Pimblett, man. But
I feel like nobody's ever questioned Tony Ferguson's savageness, though. Like, we always knew that he's a savage. It's just whether or not he can go out there and perform at the level that he used to. And with the amount of trauma he's taken, whether or not, you know, this is maybe the last fight for him. But stylistically, I think it's actually a good fight for Ferguson, because Paddy is also, like, a grappling dominant fighter. Like, he's got he's got decent striking, but I mean, Ferguson's shown over and over again his submission skills. Same with Paddy, so it wouldn't shock me if it ended up in a ground match.
Yeah, it definitely could be. Yeah, that's gonna be. That's probably the fight. To be honest, I'm the most excited for, just because it's like, what the hell's gonna happen?
But there's also Chikadze versus Emmett on that card. It's gonna be that's gonna be a banger because that's gonna be on the feet. We all know that Emmett's even though he can wrestle, he turns into alpha male. Every time he fights, he wants to
fight got
bang.
scrapped, bro.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Chikadze tore his groin.
Oh yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, tore his groin. Yeah, so unfortunately that fight's. Yeah, I think. Oh no, dude. But guess what? It's you know who it is against versus Emmett. It's Bryce Mitchell just stepped up.
No way.
Yeah,
That'd be good.
Bryce
That's a
Mitchell
sick
versus
fight.
Emmett. That's the fight, man. Right? Because Bryce was coming off a win against who? Rob?
No, he
No,
lost
he
against
lost to
Ilya
Rob Font.
He
Topuria.
lost to Ilya Topuria, and then he beat.
He beat Rob Font?
No, he beat what's his other guy? Dan Ige.
Oh, yes,
Just
yeah,
beat
yeah,
Dan
I
Ige,
remember that.
right?
Yeah.
So now he's gonna come up, fight Emmett, try to get back to man. Like, I think, yeah, I think that's a pretty sick fight. I think Bryce Mitchell is actually one of the craziest characters in the UFC.
Yeah.
He's like a flat earther.
He is insane. Have you like him talking with Theo Vaughn is like they're two long lost brothers, man. Like the way they speak, man, is just like it's almost like Bryce Mitchell plays a role that Theo plays better than Theo plays. It's like actually, you know what I mean? Like Theo's like this is a role, and Bryce like this is me. Yeah, it's actually insane. But
the one pod recently with Bisping where he's talking about flat Earth and like all this stuff, and Bisping's just like crying, laughing.
oh,
It's
I
so
know,
funny.
and Bryce is looking at them like you guys are the dumb ones.
Yeah.
He's 100% serious.
Yeah,
man.
100%. Like yeah, 100%.
He doesn't mess around.
UFC's amazing though, because what other sport could an athlete like talk like that or like whatever, right? Like they just let the people be who they are, even if they're absolutely insane. And you see like the best characters.
100%, man. That's it, right? And like, but like that seems genuine. Like that is Bryce Mitchell right there.
Oh,
For
yeah.
the team,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Like
Him and
guy-
his camo shorts.
yeah, his camo shorts. Just wants to
One of
raise
a kind.
chickens and stuff. Yeah, yeah. That guy, that Ilya fight though, man. That was I just showed you how
That
good
was
Ilya
tough.
was, man. Because like,
But I think Bryce ended up saying he had staff and he was on.
Yeah,
whatever.
100%,
But
man.
Ilya's a savage. Yeah.
at the end of the day, like yeah,
And then him versus Volk.
Fuck, crazy.
yeah.
Man, Ilya, like one of the only guys in MMA that like rolls with punches when he's getting hit and like using shoulder rolls and stuff. Like,
Yeah, I've been
it's-
watching a lot of him before sparring and stuff, and
Yeah.
like just his head movement, man. Like,
Crazy.
and his feet are always underneath him when he's throwing his shots, you know. And it's crazy, but he's really good with his hands. He's got great calf kicks and he's got great takedowns. And
He's a grappler first.
Yeah, he's a
right?
grappler first. A
Yeah.
lot of his first pro fights were all finishes,
Yeah.
submission wise. A lot of anacondas, darces. I saw guillotines, man. Like he's like absolute beast, man.
His brother's a savage too. He's not in the UFC.
Oh
yet.
yeah, you know what weight class that is?
I think he might be like a 70er.
Dang, yeah, I did see that he had a brother, man. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, I watched some of his video recently.
That's crazy. Is he younger brother or older?
Younger,
brother.
yeah.
Because Ilya's pretty young too, man. Isn't he
Yeah.
like 29 or something like that?
And he's a
22?
huge star over there, man.
Yeah, I
You know,
bet.
He has like 600,000 Instagram followers.
Really, yeah. Yeah.
It's crazy.
He's definitely a huge star.
That's a lot for not being a champ, right? That's crazy.
Yeah, and he's like the only guy in that part of the world.
Yeah.
He's
Mhm.
from Georgia but lives in Spain.
Mm.
Yeah, I think it'd be easy to get behind a guy when he's literally the only guy in the UFC in the whole country.
Well, guys will often go to the States or go somewhere else to train, but he's
Yeah.
actually like repping Spain, training in Spain, which is
Yeah.
crazy.
Okay, so
Like
like,
some dime girlfriend too.
yeah, crazy. I saw, yeah. So, official predictions: Colby versus Leon. Who you guys got?
I got Leon.
I got Leon as well.
I got Leon as well.
You got Leon?
Yeah. What about Shavkat versus Thompson?
I think pretty confidently Shavkat's gonna win
Yeah.
the fight.
I got Shavkat
I
too.
haven't
He's just got too many ways to win the
Yeah,
fight.
I think he'll probably win too, but I haven't seen too much of him to be honest. I only watched the Gary Neal, is it?
Neil,
Yeah.
Jeff Neal?
Jeff Neal, yeah.
Gary Neal.
That's what I
Ian
meant.
Gary.
I would love to see that fight though. That's gotta
Oh.
be next.
Didn't Ian Gary
If both
put his-
them win,
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
a
yeah.
great fight.
Yeah.
What about Gary versus Luque?
I think I have Gary. But
I think I got Luque.
really?
I
hope
have
so.
Gary as well. I think.
Do you?
Well, Gary reminds me a lot of Stephen
Do
Thompson.
you
in
think?
his
Do
striking
you
and
think
speed.
he's gonna show up the same as he always does?
100%. I think
Yeah.
he's got something to prove.
True.
This is his chance, man. If he loses here, he will.
Yeah.
This could be the end of the Ian Gary hype train.
Yeah.
But if he wins,
100%.
Yeah.
What about Bryce Mitchell versus Emmett then?
So when did Bryce get in? Like how many?
Like
how
this was
many
like
weeks?
this might have been like a week ago.
Yeah, probably Emmett then. If he didn't really have a camp.
man, Emma's just such a powerhouse, man.
Yeah.
I don't think I could bet against Bryce Mitchell.
I don't think I could probably bet against Bryce Mitchell too.
Yeah, man, that confidence in everything he says and does,
Yeah.
that's contagious, man.
I'll go Bryce Mitchell just because I want him to win too.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I hope he jumps on the mic and
Oh
just
my
says
God.
some outlandish
No, I
shit.
hope he gets Emma to try to pray with him again, man. Like
Oh.
the last time with Ige, right?
That was
Crazy,
so funny.
man. And then Pimble versus Ferguson, last one. What do you guys think? I'm going Ferguson.
I want Ferguson to win so bad that I'm going Ferguson. He deserves it. Get that win, retire.
I would have too.
He's
for
not
sure.
retiring. He's gonna fight till
I
he's
know,
like
but
56.
I wish in the perfect life.
We
the
could play it
perfect
out
story.
like that though, in our heads.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I'll go Patty then, just
Yeah,
because you
Patty,
guys went
okay.
the other way.
Yeah, crazy. Last pay per view of the year.
And then we're on to UFC Toronto.
Yeah, 297 back in Toronto.
How's camp going?
It's going good, man. It's like 6 weeks out yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you still gonna do the fast?
I actually just did a 24-hour fast from
Okay.
Friday to 5 to Saturday to 5.
Yeah.
Just because at first I literally thought I had a whole week, like a reset week where I'm just gonna drill and like recover, but it ended up just being 2 days.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I can't do a 3-day fast no more. But I did a nice 24-hour fast. It felt great, you know. We did the cold and hot yesterday, and I was still like fasting, and I actually liked that the most. I felt really good.
Yeah.
You know, weirdly enough, and I don't know why it was, but like, I wasn't nearly as cold getting out of that cold plunge as I usually am.
Really?
Like you were shit, but you did the 4 minutes instead of he had 4 minutes. But usually even all the 3 minutes, I'm shivering, man. I get out there,
Yeah.
I'm shivering. This time I was like, not that bad.
I was like, I'll meet you in the sauna.
Yeah,
This
this guy, yeah.
I was
You
like,
didn't pass out this
I was
time?
like, no, I didn't pass out this time.
There was a couple
This guy
times.
was holding it down.
Well, there's a couple times I closed my eyes and I would literally open my eyes just to make sure he's not in the water. Just to make sure he's not in the water. I would literally just close my eyes and be like, okay, I gotta check the time. I'd look for Bobby. I'm like, okay, he's still there.
Just
Gotta
give
make
me a
sure
floaty
Bobby's
next
alive.
time, man.
I think
Give me a floaty
floaty
and I'll be
would
good.
Yeah, dude. Or maybe just stay in the shallow one, man.
Imagine
like
somebody
going
in
to
the
the
ice
deep
pack
end,
and they
man.
have like the things on their arms.
Oh my
We both
God.
have our spot, okay? Everyone's got their spot. Lars is here.
Yeah.
With his
like,
crab
hands
hands.
out, yeah.
You know what? Now that I
You're
put the
in the
head
shallow.
under like right away, I didn't have to do it.
Yeah. So
I'm like, I swear I'm not a bitch anymore.
How often do you think once a week is ideal for like going to a recovery place like that, or would you try to go more? Obviously, because you know it is expensive to go to those places. But like,
Yeah.
what do you think?
I would go twice a week.
You'd go twice ideally.
I would go like make it like a Wednesday night and a Saturday.
Yeah.
Like a midday or a midweek and then I think that would be ideal, man. Because
Especially after sparring Wednesday.
100%. And then again, but again, like, man, like future goals, just like a plunge and a sauna in the backyard. A plunge, because then I would do the plunge in the morning and I would do the plunge and sauna at night.
100%.
Every day.
You see Malak got
Yeah,
sauna in the back?
yeah. He's got the sauna and he's got the plunge and he's got the red light.
But the
Yeah.
plunge he has isn't like the.
It's a pretty legit plunge.
Is
It's
it?
got a chiller and everything. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Because if
The
you
one
get
I
like
saw was the-
what's like
No,
the new
no.
recover one is,
Yeah, yeah.
but once you get the chiller's the expensive part,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, he got that right.
That's the important part, man. That's crazy.
So it's because that's the coolest part, man. Because imagine just having your backyard like a sauna, plunge, maybe a hot tub if you're killing it. Like,
Yeah.
oh,
yeah,
that's it. But like,
just a recovery
We'll
circuit.
get there.
Yeah,
one of us will do it. at one
100%.
point.
Yeah, we'll just all share. Let's
Well-
contribute.
well, that's what it would be. Because like, dude, I can't imagine how good you feel after a cold plunge. Imagine just starting the day with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like Rogan just starts every morning with a plunge, right? Like that's and then he goes to work. Then he warms himself up like with a hard warm up and does his workout. But I'm like,
Heard Huberman talk about it. It gives you like a rush of dopamine right away.
Right
like,
away,
just-
man.
and it lasts for 3 hours.
I bet, man, and it's such an uncomfortable thing to do every morning. And you just gotta
Yeah.
go. Like imagine, especially like in our weather right now, where it's like cold outside, so you walk out and it's like fuck, I'm already cold. Now I gotta get in the cold plunge, but then you
Yeah.
finish that and you're like, I'm fucking good to go, right?
Yeah.
Like coffee and all that other stuff, just a bonus at that point. Like you're 100% alert.
I love that.
I know.
Yeah.
That's it, man.
I'd need a buddy there in the morning. That would be like, don't be a
Do
fucking
it.
bitch and get in there.
know,
Yeah.
man,
I
that's
know.
true. But it's just like I've been like my Facebook ads have just been all like cold plunges, bro. Because
I know you. Eh?
I'm always searching, man. I'm always trying
Yeah.
to figure out. I'm trying to see.
So I
Because
have
there's
actually,
monthly plans, right?
Yeah, the guy that I like buy shit off for techniques from China, I asked him like if he could get me a cold plunge with a chiller and stuff, and then I could ship it with like the gear when
Yeah.
it comes.
And
He can, but it wasn't that much cheaper than like just flat. I think I could get it for like $600.
The chiller and
US,
the towel?
yeah, US.
That's pretty
That's
good.
really
the
good.
chiller themselves are normally like almost $1,000.
Yeah.
I thought they were more than 1,000, dude. Yeah.
It depends where you get it from.
Okay,
But if you,
yeah.
I don't know the qualities that well, but I've seen them online for $1,000. I've
You
seen
know
cheaper
what?
ones.
I'll look at it again because I'm just about to bring over those like shin guards and elbow guards and stuff. So I'll look at it again.
That's exciting, eh? The elbow guards finally, elbow and knee guards finally coming in.
Hey, that's awesome because my elbow pad just ripped.
Oh really?
Yeah, just this Wednesday, bro. Just ripped. No, but not the
You
ones.
know what?
No, not your elbow pad. Not
Oh,
the ones you have.
okay.
Like
Because
Unreal.
he's using the knees.
I have the
I'm
knees,
using
he has
the
the
elbows.
elbows, and then I think I had Venom elbow pads, but it
Okay.
just ripped. I'm like, okay, I'm out of elbow
Well, it's the
pads.
thing with like the IMF ones or the like the turtle shell. They're the best in the industry, but from everything I hear, they rip after like 3 months.
Yeah, the elbow pads. I haven't had a crazy amount of the rip, but I find the knee pads, man. Like I go through them every 4 months. 5
Oh
months.
wow!
I've been through like 5-6 pair of those.
And I
pads.
probably
Yeah.
gave you guys those samples like 4 or 5 months ago.
Yeah.
It's been some time.
And they're
My
still
knee pads
good,
are
eh?
good. Yeah, they're
Oh yeah.
awesome.
The
Man.
elbow pads are great.
Okay, that's good.
So yeah, that's sweet, dude.
I
Because
think those will be good.
Well, everybody needs them. And it's like when I
Yeah.
see people spar without elbow knee pads, and sometimes they're still throwing knees. It's like
oh, dude,
Yeah.
don't even. Oh,
protect you, protect your partner. It's
Yeah.
like
oh
that.
man.
It's
Yeah,
just unnecessary.
Thomas got a cut the other day too, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, Thomas
it
got it.
happens, man. But like, at least if you have some protection and stuff, right? Like,
Yeah,
and it's just like if you're not wearing them and you're not throwing them, how are you gonna throw them in a fight?
yeah.
Like, how do you have like even when I have my elbow pads on, most of the time when I'm like the clinch, like on the fence, I'll throw them into the air in front of my opponent, but just to show them like,
Yeah.
yo, this is a slice, right?
So here's the question then. Like I find some people who spar really hard have the mindset of like, I spar hard because in a fight, like how do I know I don't have, I can, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And then when you throw elbows, you throw them kind of lightly.
Mhm.
And then some people would say like, how do you know you could land it like hard in a fight? You know what I mean?
Okay, so I throw a
I disagree with it, but
I
people
throw
say
with
it.
full power,
Yeah.
but I just don't. I just throw it like into the space in front of their face.
So it just you don't.
I pull off on it.
Yeah.
But I'll clinch and like there's times you'll post on like a shoulder and you just chuck it and you're an inch away, but like you're doing that to protect your partner because
Yeah.
again you need good training partners, and if you're like throwing full blast elbows, but I throw a full power and it just misses, right? But like
Yeah.
I think the key with sparring is to get it as close to live as possible without hurting each other,
Yeah.
right? But get it as close to sparring. Like Lynn always says, man, first shot is on us, and then the follow-up first shot is on your opponent. So if I like throw a head kick on someone and I hurt him, right? Like that's his responsibility. He's a professional. He should have blocked it.
Oh.
But if I'm the guy who follows up with a left hook right hand after the head kick, that's my fault. Like if I
Right,
see
right,
he's
right.
hurt, I'm gonna let him recover, right? I'm not gonna follow through, and that's the
Yeah.
difference between hard sparring and a fight.
Mm.
But man, it takes a lot of like, number one, control of egos of both guys,
Yeah.
right? Like that's a big one, right? Because again, like how many like gym wars people get into just because they
Oh,
can't control their
yeah.
egos, right?
Some guys, like, you can't, if they bring it up here and you even come close, they're going to bring it up higher, right?
Yeah.
So you can't even bring it to that level with them because it's like, do I want to fight every single day?
Yeah.
Maybe
100%.
no. Maybe some days yes, but like, you're going to get injured pretty easily if
100%,
you're doing
man.
that every day.
Right. There's times in camp I feel like I want to spar those guys, but then dude, like there's other ways to beat. Like okay, you want to do that? I'm just gonna level change and take you down and
Yeah.
win the round there,
Yeah.
right? I feel like that's another like tool you can use when you don't want to work hard, or not work hard, but you don't want to brawl with somebody. Like okay, I'm just gonna beat you in a different game. Hopefully they're not as good as wrestling as you, but
Yeah.
yeah, man, that is definitely an art, man, of like having the race sparring partners and stuff.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So Malot Magni. It's interesting, eh?
Yeah, dude. I think Malal has this in the bag though, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is the perfect stylistic matchup for him.
Yeah.
He's also got some training partners at TT there. Like, he's got Keenan Keller down there, 6'5".
Yeah.
Same body
Sure.
type, similar style as well.
Do they like striking wise or?
Yeah, similar style striking wise, and they're both high level grapplers. Like
Yeah.
Keller, I know is a brown belt, and he's a good grappler. So it's like he's got the body to train for it, which I feel like when you're training for Magny, might be one of the hardest things about trying to train for him is that good luck finding a partner that's going to emulate the same body type.
This is very true. Yeah.
How big's Magni? 6'4"?
Yeah, I don't know. He could be bigger than that, man. He's
Yeah.
so tall. He's so lean.
Yeah.
Yeah, that definitely presents a bunch of different challenges, right? If you're not used to it.
But I think him and Gary were like on the same trajectory, and it's kind of interesting. Like Gary fights him, and then Mike fights him right after, and you can kind of see who like gauge off of that who's gonna be more successful, I guess. But I don't know if he can finish him like in the first round. And Gary obviously dominated him, but
I think the difference with Gary and Malott is Gary will pick at you for 3 rounds. He'll figure you out, but
Malott's a finisher.
Malott will figure you out and hurt you,
Yeah,
and then strangle you.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so it's like I think very similar. They're both very intellectual fighters, but the finishing ability of Malott is just you don't see it quite the same.
Yeah.
You don't see it as often either.
Is it a mindset or like a skill set? Probably both.
I think it's both, man. I
Yeah.
think it's a very, very fine balance of unique skill set where like you see him when he spars, like he goes for the kill every time. Like he is trying to wrap up submissions at any attempt, and when he does, he just has like he has no doubt that he knows that choke in and out. He knows how to make the adjustments.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like remember when he fought Adam Fugit?
Yeah.
He dropped him and jumped on the neck within a quarter of a second.
Yeah.
No
Smash
hesitation.
it, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, that's amazing. That's gonna be a sweet fight, man.
Yeah, I'm excited for that one.
Toronto. I mean, that picture of you two in the picture of you guys in the arena in Toronto is crazy. To think that you're going to be fighting in that
I
arena.
know, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's that's gonna be literally a dream come true. Because literally when we watched Ortega versus Holloway fight, man, just sitting in that arena and stuff, like,
Yeah.
just visualizing that, but like knowing that it's far away, but also knowing at the same time that like it's gonna happen one time.
Yeah.
But like I'm okay, I got a long way to go here. I was so cocky, dude. I'm pretty sure about like UFC 2021 or something like that. Like, yeah, Wright's gonna be that quick. You know what I mean? I'll be there next year, but like, yeah, man, there's just so many ups and downs, injuries, surgeries, time
Yeah.
off, COVID, right? Like all these things like playing a part, man. But
I think it's the right time for you though. Like
I
it
think-
would have been too early, like 2-3 years ago.
100%. Yeah. Well, and that's what I mean, man. Just trusting the process, right? And like, it's all gonna happen at the right time.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's how I feel like this one's gonna go, man.
Yeah.